We are on NA today as part of the Real Endgame's Ald Velothi Harbor House housing competition. Our first contestant today is Wynsdaymourning. In a forgotten cave is a seemingly abandoned campsite. Looking closely, you can find a door that leads to a secret lair. A secluded spot for a banished, scientific-minded genius to work in peace. No more colleagues complaining of weird smells or the high-pitched screams from the volunteers. Oh. Okay. There's so much foliage here. I don't know if there's hidey holes or not. Looks like not. This kind of looks like a delve Zos could have made. There's a little window. Don't go that way. We keep going up the ramp. Is this a house? Yes, it is the Ald Velothi Harbor House in Vvardenfell, in northwestern Vvardenfell. I jump a little bit to get up the ramp. Oh, we're starting to see some signs of civilization. A crate and a crate, some crates and a grate. A backpack. Campsite. Okay. We're looking for a door that leads to a secret lair. I don't think it's out here. Oh, that worked. This is Wynsdaymourning's house on NA. I don't know how that door works, but it worked. We have a very humble bedroom. And then we have this gate open. We come down here. So we're in the top of the house. This is definitely making good use of this landing. We have talked about how this landing sometimes kind of is difficult to do something with, but yeah, I would say that this is efficient use of the space. I like how they used both the winch and the wheel to create their own structure. And then this is a clothesline. You can see like at the very top, the clothes are kind of hidden in the rock. But you wouldn't notice that, right? Unless you knew to look for it. Perfect. Oh, hello. And we've reskinned the inside here to make it look like a cave, of course. I don't know where to go first. Okay, I usually go left to right. Let's go left to right. We have a basement. I'm going to save that. I'll stay on this floor for now. This is a little scary. Ooh. Well, at least they've thought of giving it somewhere to go, I guess. Captive there. experiments happening. He's taking notes. Anyone else a little nervous that will be the next experiment? Oh. What is that over his head and why? I don't really want to know. I actually don't want to know. Cherry Cola Factory. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is a great scene. We have, I mean, just the little things we have here. We have the crimson stained bowl, the sewing kit, the laboratory instruments, tongs, and these blood-soaked bandages. Oh, that's a scene that creates. Well, we've got the clockwork sequence bookshelves, sequence plaque bookshelves behind, and that's one of the sounds that you're hearing. You can hear it. All right, we're headed down further into the cave. Ooh. Definitely more going on here. Ooh. That is creepy. More creep factor. More creep factor here. Here, I'll turn up the sound a little bit so you guys can hear better. Is that better? The sequence plaques have a really nice kind of clicking sound. So if you want it to sound like there's a lot of moving parts, that's a good one to add in. Yeah, it's a machinery noise, exactly. And you can hear some bubbling too, if you listen close. Find the bubbling noise. Yeah, here. That one's more subtle, especially with the game music over it. This is super well done. It's definitely different, right? Skooma bubbler noise? No. No, it's a little bit more than that. So what baffles me... Huh. They made us a trapdoor up there. But... back to the entrance. So this is what really kind of impresses me. Because They were able to put the grate over the door and still have the door work. To the point where I did not recognize this. How much experimentation did this take? That's really cool. Because the grate isn't the natural piece. It's a door. And so they put a grate over the door and it still worked. That was really cool. Alright, let me score this one and we'll move on. Do music boxes change music everywhere in the house? Everywhere in the vicinity. Everywhere in the vicinity. You guys did it wrong. Pal World and Subnautica tied, huh? Tell you what, let's do another poll in a couple hours, Nuke, and then we can combine the results. Good morning, Nukehead. How's it going? Isn't that because doors to houses remove collision from objects? No, a lot of times you can't reach the door because there's something too close to it. We run into that problem a lot where like somebody puts a vine up next to a door and we can't use the door anymore, or it makes it very difficult to use the door. So putting something directly on the door and still having it work, I think is impressive. Maybe this particular door is fine, but we've certainly run into issues before. All right, I'm going to score this one. This Ald Velothi Harbor home is from Oakberry. Alice in Wonderland themed tea party. It's always tea time. I already see the checkerboard in that archway. That's really cool and on theme. And it looks like we have a teapot. Okay. There's so much to see here. I want to take my time. We have the white rabbit. And a loon. Yeah, it looks like a clock in the background. Cakes on mushrooms. Stacks of tea cups. Those are really cool. Arrangement with sweet rolls. I like that quite a bit. Keys hanging from lanterns. Were these supposed to be teacup hats? They all have the same base. They're supposed to be the hats. We've got cakes on the mushrooms over here. Lanterns. Lots of hourglasses. I like how they created this long curved table. Quite like that. Yeah, I mean, again, this is one of those details that you could totally leave out. This would still be a good build. But this simple addition adds a lot. Look at this teapot, you guys. How adorable is that? Oh, the flowers have faces. The butterflies are a perfect addition. Look how happy those flowers look. Sorry, I got distracted. Of course, we have the checkerboard floor here. Another great addition that adds a lot, but isn't necessarily. You know what I mean? But yeah, we have that flower furnishing that shoots out the purple steam. we go in? I don't think we can go in. Nope. That's just for show. Thought so, but I wanted to check. Yeah, that's fantastic. And of course we have the checkerboard behind the flowers too. Anything back here? Not look like it. This is super fun. Okay. First we have the caterpillar. What book are they reading? Beverages for the Bereaved. Love that book. And look at these pillows. This pillow cobble. How amazing is that? I did not know that would do that. Is that just 2 pillows or is that several? It is just 2 pillows. I did not know they would do that. That is freaking amazing. I want to try that now. There's another couple up here. Right? And for it splits perfectly. How? Yeah, definitely a technique that I plan to give a try. So good. If we missed anything, I don't want to miss any details. This is definitely one of those builds that probably has details we don't see until we look around a bit. We can go around the other side of the table. I don't think I can go through any secret hidey holes. But I just kind of want to look at the other angle. Even just some of the design choices here, like to put this plate upside down. If we look, the Eleanor platter scalloped is upside down. Which is an interesting design choice, or using books as a pedestal. We have all the different uses of hourglasses. You know, I'm late for a very important date. I'd almost like to count the hourglasses in here. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3. We have the one back on the other side. 4. The squirrel is on. So good. Yeah, and nothing is level because it's Alice in Wonderland. So it's all sloped. And yet it looks like it's supposed to be that way. I mean, we've cobbled this table, and if you look close, right? It's not perfect. But you're not going to get perfect going uphill and around in a, not even semicircle, a curve. But it works. I mean, at a distance, it looks like it's meant to be that way. I mean, even the legs are pretty well lined up. I hate to think how much time they took just to make this table. But yeah, the details for me. So good. Even these teapot stacks. Kind of a representation of just about every teapot in the game, if not every teapot in the game. And we also cobbled together this bench. We have all the different chairs. Fantastic. All right, let me score this one and we will move on. This is Turqblue's entry. This was my first ESO house with a garden and stable and was built as a retreat and home for my dark elf sorcerer Serila. She rested and recuperated here between her adventures and explorations in Tamriel, cooking, growing a garden for beauty, and playing with her pets. Happy she has made a few changes over the years. How pretty this is. Definitely a lot of focus on the garden here. Let's explore the left side of the yard. Little hedge moda. Incorporating mushrooms, of course, because this is Vvardenfell. We have a crystal back here. Venus flytrap. We have to check all the nooks and crannies. You never know when there's going to be an Easter egg somewhere. Okay, let's check the right side of the yard. I like how we have more plants right along the walkway, like a border. Hey, horsey. Hi. Oh, you hungry? Okay, you eat. More crystals and greenery. Okay, let's go in the house. The Vvardenfell relief map. A pony, hi. All right. Let's check out the inside. I like to go left to right, so let's check this out. Oh, we're utilizing the shelves. We've noticed in other builds that people have blocked off the shelves, but we are using these for the treasures of adventure. Looks like we have a floating serpent. You guys see that? This guy's floating in the air a little bit. And so is this light. It's floating in the air a little bit. You think it's magical? Varieties of faith, the Bretons, and true heirs of the Empire. I always like to read the books. We have a little aquarium here. Very cool. What books do we have over here? Song of Pelennor, volumes 2 and 5. Those come from Whitestrake's Mayhem. sleeping area here. Mirror here, nothing behind it. I do dislike that, and this is not the fault at all of the houser, but I do wish that the houses did not allow light to go through walls. We have an anniversary cake on a 6-house table. And again, we have floating cups. Do we see that? This cup here, that cup back there, they are not touching the table. Same thing with this. Another floating item. We have our kitchen. A floating pumpkin. Okay, let's finish downstairs and then we'll go upstairs. Guide to the Daggerfall Covenant. Yeah, we have a few floating items. This one's also floating. Oh, I like the little altar they created. That's cute. Hi, guy. So cute. We've got some trunks and treasures on the landing. Okay, oh, more treasures. The little statuettes. Have the bath. Bed. What is this book? Song of Pelennor. Outside. Since this is an older build, I wonder if it suffered from the things drift over time issue. Maybe. Maybe. You keep imagining like a house inspector with glasses and clipboard while you go around. I mean, it's kind of how it is. Oh, it's the big-eared ginger kitten. He's so cute. Look at him. He's so tiny and cute. Everybody has him, right? All right, let's check out the basement. But yes, sometimes the use of add-ons, sometimes just time, can cause some items to drift. If you are entering a competition, certainly something to give the house a once-over. Something to keep in mind. You know, because we have, like, this is a little bit too tall, that's a little bit too tall, right? A couple items down here. Got the scythe. Very cool. Just a little storage area down here. Is there a housing item limit? Yes. I believe this house is 400. Yeah, this house is 400 items. The largest house in the game limit is 700 items. It is something people keep asking for bigger item limits. Oh, I didn't even notice this the first time around. We've got... Oh, there's the hourglass. It's hidden that way. Okay. Clever. I like it. All right, let me score this one and we will move on. This is Quirky Unicorn's entry, the Acolyte's Abode. Lots of glowy, lots of mushrooms. Great lighting. Lots of use of the furnishings from Infinite Archive. Those green rods. Let's check this area out. Lots of very cool glowy stuff. Even the fountain glows. I like it. A couple of training dummies used in the build. Anything back here? We have to check the back corners. Usually there's nothing, but every so often the builder will give us a little bit of an Easter egg, so we have to check. Okay. Great atmosphere out here. Kind of spooky, kind of magical. Could really go either way, right? Is there danger or is there just beauty? And we have skulls, so there's a hint that it might not just be beauty, right? We have the hanging totem. We have the skulls. This should be a warning. We're going to go in anyway. Okay. Oh. Oh. All right. Well, let's check this out. Okay, so we've been talking a little bit about these shelves and what to do with them. This person has kind of covered them up and also utilized them a little bit. Let's check this out. We did. We have the floating Apocrypha bookcase Nautilus. We have levitating books. And look how, I mean, that kind of almost seamlessly moves in, right? Because these shelves are their own thing, but they kind of line up with this, and that kind of works. This one mostly covers up the whole bookcase. They didn't line it up this time. But it goes all the way up to the ceiling. I really love that. I quite like that. Okay. That's a take we haven't seen yet. We have a bedroom. Some more glowies and candles. It looks like this lamp might be floating. I can't quite tell. I mean, we have floating books, so... Oh, I like the salt lamp there. The Blalu salt lamp. We have this little mini loft. Right? Floating bed and books. And this painting kind of mirrors what we're seeing in the rest of the build. We have our magic book. We have some critters. This all feels very tall in first person. But we have a stove. Counter with some prep space. Oh. Are you cooking or are you stealing food? I like the mushrooms as shelves. I like that quite a bit. And the Fargrave foods, they don't really fit in anywhere, right? But they do fit here. Oh, I just saw this. We actually have soap. We have a couple different kinds of soap here, it looks like. So this is, I'm guessing, the sink. So we have a soap dispenser as well as soap on a little shelf. It's a great touch. Like I said, the details make most of these builds, right? And we brought the, it's actually called, the Apocrypha pipes in from outside. So we have that outside, we have it inside. It draws the two worlds together. Okay, we created our own built-in here, and I'm kind of intrigued. I can see it, but I want you guys to be able to see it. So we have this Apocrypha bookcase, large, intricate. But then we have these scavenged plates, and they are just kind of pieced around here to fill in the gaps so that it looks like it's recessed into the wall. Oh, this is a kind of seating arrangement I haven't seen cobbled before. Oh. Volcanic rock with Apocrypha bench and Apocrypha stools. That's really cool looking. I don't know how comfortable it would be, but it's quite cool looking. We have more of the shelves like by the front door. And then we have these weird book stacks. The whole book stacks are floating, hanging, whatever they're doing. I don't know what happened, why we had two sets of ads, Tony. What the heck? But certainly not my doing. HP, thank you for the lurk. Bye, Jabberwocky. I'm sure you're already gone, but we'll take a quick pause. Yeah, I don't know. Why do we have two sets of ads? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. We have the tome shell, which fits in perfectly here. And because of the Apocrypha green, there is more that we can draw together, right? We've got the green of the pipes. We have the green from the tome shell. Then we have other sources of green too. So they have pulled that in here as well. Yeah, I like all the bookshelves that mirror what's around the door. That really works. More glowies. We have a glowy garden down in the basement. Oh, and some candle flies. The ruby candle fly gathering. Love it. We incorporated the pole a little bit with the vines coming down, so it looks like it's meant to be, right? Got vines on the wall, vines on the pole here. Very cool. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Definitely some techniques here that I really like. I think the lighting is really good too. We discussed this with some of the previous houses, but good lighting is really hard to get sometimes. It looks easy, right? It's one of those things that looks deceptively easy. Kind of like it looks deceptively easy to use essential housing tools to get like perfect placement, but it takes a lot of work to learn essential housing tools add-on and to learn how to utilize it to make things look right. And we have this little detail here. The Apocrypha steel wide arched. Just a little nod to Hermaeus Mora right there. Just a little detail. Crystals for lighting. More of the Apocrypha pipes. Vorplasm pet. Definitely some stuff going on up here. This is quite the collection of terrariums and what all do we have? We have specimen jars and terrariums. Helvani lantern, luminous mushroom. It's a great spread here, right? Quite the collection to show off. It's kind of a subtle flex, honestly, to have all of those. Even if they went out and bought them all, it still takes some work. This rug fits really well up here too. That was a good find. We have our watcher up here. Nothing out here except more of the Apocrypha pipe. We were talking yesterday a little bit about how you can take single items and make it look like multiple items. And this is one of those pieces that does that. This is all one piece. These alchemy shelves, it's all one piece, but it looks like many items. So if you don't have ESO Plus, so you have half the housing items, like this house has 400 items if you have ESO Plus, it only has 200 if you don't. It doesn't mean you can't house. It just means you have to get more creative. And pieces like this make that a little bit easier because it does look cluttered. It does look full. It's fairly large. It would fill a wall, right? And look like it has a dozen or more items. Very, very cool. I know a lot of people like the glowies. The inside and the outside mesh pretty well. All right, let me score this one and then we will move on. This is MoonPile's entry on PCNA. For Hearts Day, I wanted to make something less traditionally romantic, but what many of us love about ESO, fantasy. And then there's a quote, "We are all prisoners in the Elder Scrolls, escaping." We already have a hidey hole. What's over here? We have lots of books. And it's like a little pampering over here. Aha! There we go. A floral bath with all the bubbles and baubles. Oh, I like the path of the mushrooms. Look at that. Oh. What book is this? Can I see it? Brave Little Scrib and the River Troll. There we go. Love that one. Oh, they put a Murkmire light in a birdhouse and hung it from books. Oh, look how tall this is. There's books all through the willow. Oh! Well, hello. Speaking of fantasy, that's pretty darn cool. That's pretty cool. I'm glad I turned around and looked up. We have a place to sit and eat and read. Kunzari and the Lost Elfique. There's the book that they're reading over here. What's up here? Lots of little hidey holes. This looks super comfy. All these pink mushrooms. Piles and piles of books to read. Okay. Like that is all blocked off. It looks like a portal up there, doesn't it? To the right? I think that's the build right there. Very cool. Make sure I'm not missing any hidey holes. Very neat. Got the bookshelf there. Awesome. All right. Give me a moment to score this one, and I'll be right back. We are still on PCNA. This is Sharalei's Shar's Hobbit home. Okay. We have covered Ald Velothi with hedges. Okay. What we've got. We have a bunny and some sweet rolls. I like the little fence. Oh. Okay, so we've got an EHT effect. But it's showing up kind of over other elements too. Kind of threw me off a little. So it looks fine, I think, from the door. And I haven't played with these effects. I mean, covering the fence, but it kind of looks fine from the door. But, okay, let's look at the rest of the house first. Oh, we have some farm animals. We have a goat. Some chickens. Do you have an egg you're sitting on? Oh my gosh, it's a golden egg. What the heck? What is that? Oh, it's from the actual chicken. I don't think I've ever watched a chicken enough to realize it lays a golden egg. What? I did not know that. Okay. All right. I learned something new today. Pony. Yeah, so these effects for the windows and the door are not something that I have played with much. They're not my favorite. This would be one of the reasons where it passes in front of other stuff. That's true. It would be a full-size mount for the hobbits. Yeah, so... kind of supposed to look like a window and door here. Go inside. Oh, okay. This looks cozy. I like all the warm lighting. We've seen a lot of like the greens and the blue lightings in here today, but this is very warm, which is how I would imagine a hobbit home to be, right? We have not covered up the shelves. We have used them. All good stuff. We have some curtains. Oh, there's our bigger ginger kitten again. Oh, there's some effect there showing through the wall. Hello, kitten. Oh, definitely very warm. Very warm. Oh, we have... a new ceiling here. Reskin ceiling. Like the butterflies and the trellis here. Very earthy, very warm. I love all of the additions of like the mossy wood. All the warm colors. I like that wedding trellis, or the union trellis. Wood elf union trellis. Oh, we have a cobbled wine rack. Make it look a little more natural. Oh, we have some fish on ice. Oh, we have the EHT water here. Looks like this is supposed to be the laundry. We've got cloth inside there. I like the overlapping rugs. That's always a good technique. Makes things a little more rich. We have the Hobbit full door, and then we have the plank here with the ivy. I like that. More EHT water. Looks like the other side of the same thing. And very warm fire and coals. Lots of greenery. We have another union trellis. All the Hobbit doors. Is that fountain giving water? What do you mean? So the actual fountain part is from in-game. The blue water in the base is an add-on. That translucent blue in the base. But the actual fountain is from in-game. Would you like to know what it's called so you can get it? Is that what I'm getting? Elsewhere fountain for lions. All right, I like the lighting in here. It's really good. A cobbled fireplace. Those are the limestone steps from Alinor. Those overlapping tiles are actually steps. Turned around. It's 100 gold from the vendor. We have the Lalu wall posts. They might have just borrowed those from the yard. The sidewalk and the wall posts. I believe those come with this limestone curved shelf, and the limestone stairway natural are both from the Alinor home goods vendor. Nice and inexpensive. So they covered up the basement, so we don't have to go in the basement. We've added curtains to all the windows. What book are we reading? Monomyth, The Heart of the World. So, are we supposed to go upstairs? Yes, there we go. Maybe? Or are we blocked off? Nope, we're blocked off from upstairs. Thought maybe that would be the case. Right, that is well done. Look, we've got... They used all of the mossy covered logs to kind of create new beam structure in here, which is really cool. And we've got the ones with the holes in it for some extra lighting. Definitely hobbitifies this home. Alrighty. Let me score this one, and we're back. This is Evie Mom 713's entry. A once forgotten manor turned into an overgrown infirmary. The locals are working to eventually put this historic Vvardenfell feature back on the map. I do love these from Rivenspire. Achievement item from Rivenspire. What do we have in here? A map. I forget what this is supposed to be. Okay. Okay, I don't want to go inside just yet. We have this platform over here with the Nyx ox and a spooky well. Got one of the Galen tables. That's pretty cool. Or is that two? I think it's two of them. Are you... Okay, we have the Vvardenfell relief tucked in. He almost looks like a bartender, like waiting for you to place your order. Okay, he's not as ugly up close. He's actually kind of cute, maybe, possibly. Oh, we're burning bodies. Urns. And some more bodies that need disposing of. You bet that particular barkeep would be good at shaking mixed drinks? Possibly. He looks eager to help. Alright, we have kind of a boarded up greenhouse. Like treasures inside. Oh. Somebody's sleeping in here amidst all this? All right. We have a merchant. Wagon. Go up here. Might be able to go up here. Nope. Not likely. Hang on. I think this is steps. Aha. We have steps. Oh. Is it a jumping puzzle too? It is. Oh. Oh, well. All right. Am I being cremated? I think I might be being cremated. Well, that's spooky. There's a ghost. Apparently I'm not the first. Can I get back out? Maybe I can. I can get out. Yay! I got out. Alright then. Okay. Let's check out the inside. We are a little overgrown. Well, we've utilized the shelves. Okay. Aw, our merchant is hurt. Our poor merchant. Look, the sunflower pillow. Aw. Oh. This isn't spooky at all. The pile of dolls. Okay. You writing your last will and testament? I don't think you're long for this world, guy. Covered in blankets. I like the upside down mushroom. All the crystals, all the geodes. And a wood elf throne. Not quite sure I understand this room. I don't know. Positive. So those books don't catch fire. The power crystal room? Maybe. Your guess is as good as mine. Bedroom. We've got a Game of Tales of Tribute getting started. Alright. Did we check out the basement? We have a trellis here. A gate. It feels like we're in a ruins, doesn't it? We've got some shelves. Oh. We have some sea life clinging to the side of the pole. I like catching the water with the geodes. That's a nice touch. Toilet. So full bathroom here. It's interesting to see how each person has handled this landing, isn't it? They kept it simple, but filled the space. Lots of wisteria here. They covered up the windows in an interesting way. They're all different. All different ways to cover the windows. Kind of like the statue kind of grown into the wall of the house. Cobwebs here. Very cool. Let's check it outside if we can. And we get outside. Yes. There we go. Again, we're keeping it simple. A little something outside. Alrighty. Awesome. This was our last home to tour in the Real Endgame's Ald Velothi Harbor House competition. And this is also our last NA entry. Thank you guys so much for joining me as we toured all these homes.